Hi there, I am Dr. Rumsey, and this is a quick introduction to English 371 Critical Practices. I'm creating this video because while all of you have probably experienced Brightspace, not everyone has had a class with me before, and I do things a particular way and wanted to help you walk through the navigation of my page to familiarize yourself with it so you know where to find things. So obviously this is our home page, and what I have done, you know how to get here. You'd go, if I go back, I can show you that you're going to be under your spring courses, and then here's our class. And it's very literary looking with pages of writing up at the top. I picked the best banner that I could find. And then the way that I have this set up is to have obviously announcements here on the left and then a content navigator on the right. In past classes I've done it a little bit differently, so I'm trying something new this time. What I found is that Brightspace has a lot of the same functionality as Blackboard did from the student's perspective. From the back end, the end that I see, which great, I get to see the back end, right? It's pretty steep learning curve, and so this is going to look a little different if you've had a class with me before, but the principles are still the same. I organized the class into weekly folders, and this home page, obviously there's announcements, and then there's this content navigator. You know, you could click on this like week 1, and you can see a list of what's going on, and each one of these are links to the things that are happening right then. And so that's one way of getting to where you need to go on any given week. The button that I like the best, however, is up here. It's called Content. So if you click on Content, what happens is that it gives you the actual table of contents. This is what looks the most like how my Blackboard page would have looked last year, in that here's the week 1 folder and then everything is here, but you also can see all the notes that I have with each one. So like instead of just a link to discussion board 1, you can see actually what I have written and what the instructions are. Okay, so if we go back to the home page, what you'll see is that you have this content navigator. If we click on week 1 and we go to discussion board 1, it'll still tell you. You'll get to where things are, but it won't show you the whole breadth of the week. Whereas if we click on content, we get the table of contents. Oh, and hello, welcome. This is Pip, one of my 5 cats who will, I'm sure, join us many times in class this semester. Here you can see the full week at a glance and kind of look ahead. Okay, so that's the basics of that. Now, if we go back to the home page and we look at the announcements, obviously there is a welcome, right? And then there will be this video that I am recording right now, which will go right here, right? And I say it's going to be an excellent, albeit super weird semester, and I think that is a pretty apt description of life during COVID. The other thing to pay attention to here at the beginning is that I have a few synchronous meetings during the semester. I do not have a meeting every single week. Each of them is recorded in the course calendar. Our first one is going to occur on Tuesday, the 12th of January at noon. And if you're able to make it, wonderful. Here's the place to click and log in. If you can't make it, it's totally okay. Anytime I have synchronous meetings, they are technically optional. I encourage you to come to them just so you stay connected with me and with your fellow students. But if you can't, if you have another course scheduled at that time, that kind of thing, I always post a video of them afterward. The other thing to keep in mind, the important thing for this, is important course documents. And some of this I'm going to go over in the synchronous meeting. But here is our syllabus and calendar. So if I click on that, and it takes us to here, right? This is the one document I would recommend printing. Here are the instructions for asynchronous and synchronous activities. And then, most importantly, we'll skip all this because I'll talk about it on Tuesday in January, is the actual calendar. This tells you at a glance everything that's due, and you can plan ahead as far as what you have to do in a given week. I try and stay very organized, and so you can see in the week 2 folder, if you were to click on that up here at content, you would find these 2 links to the readings, your discussion board, a reminder to read in your book, and then the short assignment. So that's the basics of this, and you've been introduced to one of my cats, so I feel like I already know all of you. As another reminder before I finish, this is the capstone course for English majors. I have occasionally had students in fine arts or history or other types of classes that did quite well in this class, and that's fine. You're welcome to stay. If you are an English major who is enrolled in this class and you have not taken most of your English courses, classes at this time. Suppose you're only a sophomore, this is not the class for you. I know it looks like it fits in your schedule and it should work, but the whole point of this class is to take it at the end of your time as an English major. So if that's you, I encourage you to find a different class to take this semester and try again another semester with this one. All right, that's it for this video. I will plan to see you guys all on the 12th. Have a great day.